Hello everyone and welcome back to Move Daily Fitness. My name is Stratton and for today's workout we're going to be hitting a full body workout. So there's going to be tons of variety in today's workout. We're going to be doing 3 separate circuits. Each circuit's going to be done for 40 seconds of work, 20 seconds in between, and we're going to repeat each circuit 3 times. For the workout today you're going to require that variety of dumbbells. As always, here's the ones I'm using, but you should lift within your own abilities. I'm also going to use a bench. However, if you don't have one of these, I will show you modifications for that as well. I'm going to start you with a warm up and we're going to end with a cool down. All right, head to full body. Are you ready to do this one and Move Daily? Me too. Let's do it. All right, let's warm things up here. I'm gonna start off with a resistance band and just do some pull aparts. Good, I'm gonna take this band above my head and do some pull aparts behind my neck. Good, and we're gonna do some around the worlds. Good, and let's switch directions. Good, let's put that resistance band away. And just go into some front and back arm swings. Good, and let's go through some torso rotations. All right, I'm gonna brace myself up against a wall here and do some front and back leg swings. And let's go the other leg. All right, there are your first 3 exercises. I'm gonna use a incline bench for my first exercise. If you don't have an incline bench, you can just use a flat bench or the floor. So grab those dumbbells, bench if you got it, join me back. Okay, our first exercise is going to be an incline press. I will hold my 20s. Again, if you don't have a bench or an incline bench to do these on, you can just use the flat ground or a flat bench. So we're gonna aim for keeping that dumbbells in our armpit, wrists at a 45-degree angle, and press up, slowly coming down, touching our tops of our shoulders. Remember, we're not trying to arch that back either, so try and keep that lower back planted right in the chair or the ground. We're gonna move into an RDL coming up next. Good, all right. I'm gonna go into that RDL. I'll hold my 30s. Feet a bit closer than shoulder width. We're gonna lower that weight down by our ankles, pushing out our butt as far as it can go. Feel that real good stretch on the hamstrings. Keep that back flat. We're gonna move into a bent over row coming up next. Good, all right, bent over row. Gonna hold my 20s. We're just gonna hinge at the waist. Keep our arms hands in a neutral grip. If your back gets sore, you can feel free to stand up and stretch it out halfway through. So here we are, hinge at the waist. Bring that weight up. Aim for the tops of the dumbbells to right above your hip. Keep that back flat and that core tight. Good. All right, good work. Let's go round 2. Back to the press. Sticking with the same weight. All right, get ready. And work. And we'll just let it hang out there at the bottom for a brief second and then push up. Good, okay. Into the RDLs. Get ready. And work. Good, okay. Back to the bent over row. Here we go. Work. Good work. Okay, round 3. Into the incline press. Get ready here. Good, okay. To RDLs. And work. All right, bent over row to close off this circuit. Then we grab some water. Get ready. Drive. All right, good work. Let's put those dumbbells away. Grab our schlucks. Grab your new dumbbells. There's the next 3 exercises. Join me back. All right, starting us off, we're gonna do a goblet squat. Additionally, if you like to make this more difficult, you can elevate your heels. Not more difficult, just more quad focused, I'd say. I'm gonna hold a 35. Feet shoulder width apart, drop it low. Stay at the bottom for a second, come up. Drive through your heels. We're gonna move into a shoulder press coming up. You can do it seated, standing. I think I'll do it standing. Good work. All right, shoulder press. Gonna hold my 20s. Do it standing. Rack them. Arms at 45. Press up. Very good. We're gonna go into a bicep curl coming up. I'm gonna hold these 20s. Get ready. Shoulders back, let's go. Squeeze at the top, slowly release them. Slow and control. Good, okay. Goblet squat for round 2. Holding the same weight. Get ready. And work. Good work, okay. Shoulder press. Using the same weight. Get ready. And we work. Good, okay, bicep curl, holding the same weight. Get ready, and curl. Good, okay, back to the top, round 3. Going back into that goblet squat. Here we go, get ready. Work. Good. Shoulder press. Get ready. Work. Good, okay. Back to the bicep curl. That finishes off this circuit. Get ready. Work. Good, okay. That is it for round 2. Grab a drink of water. For our next circuit, I'm gonna use a flat bench. If you don't have a flat bench, you can just use the ground. So grab those dumbbells, join me back. All right, our first exercise for this next circuit is going to be a chest fly. I will hold my 20s. Again, doing this on a flat bench, but if you don't have a bench, you can just use the ground. Wrists in a neutral grip. Keep that lower back pressed into the seat. Push those shoulder blades back. Go as far as you can go and come up. We're aiming for those dumbbells to be lowered just below where our head is. We're below chest level. We're gonna sit on the end of our bench coming up and do a reverse fly. If you don't have a bench to sit on, you can just do them standing and hinge at the waist. Good, okay. Let's grab those 12s for the reverse fly. And I'm gonna sit at the end of my bench, hinge at my waist. Pretend there's a string on the end of my elbows, and that's what's driving the weight. We're gonna move into a tricep extension on our flat bench coming up. Again, if you don't have that bench, you can do them on the ground. Good, okay. Going into that tricep extension, I'll hold my 20s. Wrists in a neutral grip. Keep those elbows pointed to the ceiling. Lower that weight down by your ears. And rotate your wrists at the top, if you please.
the volume on the radio. I'm gonna make it worth your while. I'm gonna make it worth your time. I'm gonna make it worth your while. When she's with me, we're like superstars. Windows roll down, radio on. I think we could go far. We don't need money. We can skip that part.
Good, okay. Round 2. Back to the top, starting off with that fly. Get ready here. And work. Good, okay. Let's go into that reverse fly. Holding the same weight. Hinge of the waist. Get ready and work. Good, okay. Back to the tricep extension. Holding those 20s. Get ready here. And we work. All right, round 3, ladies and gentlemen, third and final round. Let us bring it on home. Back to the flies. Get ready. And work. Good, okay. Reverse flies. Get ready. And work. job. Okay, last exercise, ladies and gentlemen. Push, push now. Try some extensions. And work. Doing good, we're about halfway. In 3, 2, 1, and done. And you have moved daily in your full body workout. Good work, everyone. All right, grab a drink of water, put those dumbbells away, go join me for a quick stretch if you can. All right, good work. Let's stretch things out. Bring that arm across the chest. Whew. I fly back to Vancouver today in the morning, so I'm doing this workout early. I used to not like traveling when I was younger, and then now I've just been doing it so much. I wouldn't say a 45-minute flight is traveling, but I meant in planes in general. And then I overcame my fear of planes. I used to get nervous, but now I think I've just done it so much that it doesn't bother me. Same with needles. When I was younger, you can ask Tracy this. I was the worst with needles in the entire world. Screaming, crying, just the worst. But now that I'm older, I still get queasy, but you know, it's not the end of the world. I've gotten used to it. I found a method when I get my blood taken is not to sit up, because when I sit up, I faint. So I have to lay down, and I found that works well for me. But yeah, on the topic of flying, that fear's overcome just because I've done it so much. And I think that sort of applies to a lot of things in life, that something can seem very scary at first, but if you try it and you keep doing it, suddenly that scary thing becomes not so scary. You know, and I think that's a good thing to apply in your everyday life, that eventually, looking at the examples that you've made for yourself, that the next scary thing, you know, you don't have to be scared. You know? But that is enough for me today, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you so much for joining me, and I will see you all in the next workout.